let's move forward. I want to look at the Tate brothers and the Trumpensteins. So I guess Barron was a good pal around, and Don Jr., okay, with the Tate brothers. Oh, what a surprise. Birds of a feather. And the Trumps have tried to help the Tates out a number of times. So let's just look and see what's going on with that. Now I'm debating which deck do I use? Do I use the Healing Tarot or do I use the Thelema? I'm going to use, I keep going back and forth. I'm just going to use the Thelema on this. So let's give these a ruffle shuffle and just ask about Trump family, especially Barron, the boys, Barron and Don Jr. I haven't heard so much more about Eric with it, but mainly Barron. You know, the one that people want to say, oh, he's just a child. Don't be so hard on Barron. He's a nasty, nasty person, okay? Barron. I think they were taken by his, you know, when he was a kid. I want my suitcase. I want my suitcase. I have to admit, that was pretty cute. But he's a misogynistic, narcissistic, just very dark personage. And Don Jr., he's just smarmy. So let's look and see what we have. Yeah, when I think of Don Jr., I just get this nauseating feeling in the pit of my stomach. And Barron, just this veil of darkness that's there. Yeah, just their in this area, they're full of themselves in some way. Just the whole Trumpenstein family. So let's see what the cards have to say. The reading's about, yeah, Trump. Trump, the star, narcissism. Okay. Energy coming into it, the manipulations. Okay. The manipulations. Now, Barron and Don Jr., being such good pals with them, are manipulating Trump to, you know, take care of Tate. Above it, yeah, what's being shared. Okay. With the foundation of looking deeper. Now, it could be that the House or Senate, whatever it is looking deeper into what's being shared about the manipulations by Trump and the family. What's going on now today? There's an agreement. Let's see what the challenge is. An end. The challenge is coming to an end. Above it, the wealth, the power, okay, the wealth, the reality of the wealth, the foundation when it comes to the things like Epstein, the past Epstein, okay. So involvement. Now, I don't know if they were actually ever involved with Epstein, but it's that same thing, the trafficking, children, girls, the whole thing that's being looked into, and the sharing about the wealth. Okay? It's really potential outcome messages about actions, outside influence. Yeah, new. What's new? Monetary involvement, I would say, realistically. Judgment is above it. That's coming down now, with the foundation of being out in the cold when it comes to spiritual. They're lacking spiritually. There are investigations into their past, into their human trafficking, etc. This whole dynamic. And I think it's going to pull in the Trump family as well, because that's what the reading was about. The Trump family when it comes to the Tates. A sharing when it comes to financially. Your judgment is coming down. The foundation, they're investigating into the Epstein files, the human trafficking, etc., pedophilia that's going on, all of that, because they are outside of spirituality. They're lacking in any kind of empathy or care or, So this is about Trump, the manipulations and agreement of ending when it comes to this monetary stuff and the trafficking, okay? With a message about an action, new reality coming of judgment that's coming out now. The swords are coming down, okay? The heavy mentality is raining down now when it comes to trying to figure out the next move, what they're juggling, the strength of the light coming out now on the things that are up in the air when it comes to controlling the actions, being ruled by the actions, of victory, of more of a burden taking place. So this is now coming down on the Tates and the Trumps. Tates and Trumps. Tates and Trumps. Okay? Their abuses of power, their control, their domineering drama. Like Melania was so proud of Barron when he was abusive to the help. He's another Donald. Isn't that cute? Yeah. So it's about their whole cabal. The cabal is coming down. Okay? And Democrats are those that are wanting to see this change. They're looking at the nightmare of this, the heavy mental thing this is placed on people, and they are charging forward, wanting to move this quickly. When it comes to what's being handed out, what they continue to try to block and don't want people to see. When it comes to the harvest, though, things are moving. When it comes to the lovers, they're all facing loss. The whole family dynamic of them. Messages are coming out. When it comes to the evidence in hand, what they've been hiding, there is the new information about their mentality being ruled by the mind. These are being pondered. It's being struggled with. when it comes to the desire for the world, with a message, realistic message about the things done by the dark of night, their insanity. There is a new action. When it comes to this, what's really in hand, when it comes to the White House and their positions of power, the message, not the message, I'm sorry, the actions in hand, the gaslighting, but now they are mentally occluded. The stuff is surrounding them. They can't get out of it. When it comes to the truth of their greed and what they're trying to protect, when it comes to long term, what's being constructed, the lid is off. We want the compassion, we want empathy, the wheel is turning, they're charging forward with what's being offered and what's being worked on to temper, to bring balance due to their choices made in life with what's coming in, which is a tower moment for these ones. We're looking at what's growing, what's being birthed now, the new cup, that people are walking away from these ones, more looking for justice. When it comes to the dark side, the devil, the things they've tried to get away with, the pain they have caused, we are looking more towards a spirituality and a higher elevated understanding to overturn, to see this from a new viewpoint. People are now retreating from these types of things and moving forward. Okay. So again, this stuff is being revealed. These ones that have been engaging in this, the Trump family, okay, the Tates, the whole cabal, if you will. We keep seeing that cabal is just crumbling. And now, again, they're looking and investigating into this, into Barron and into Don Jr. and how they, keep trying to protect and control these ones. My question was, Ivanka and Jared, what's that island? They were going to turn it into a new Epstein Island. Okay? They're all involved in this corruption, buying and selling of humanity for their use and abuse. Okay? So, yeah, I don't think that this time Trump has got the wherewithal to pull them out again. Okay. I'm just going to ask, are they going to are they going to be extradited or not? Let's see if it's going to tell us. Okay, the pain. Okay. Standing guard, the pain, this new message about the reality, the temper, yeah, swords are coming down on their delusion. The things done by the dark of night. Above it, justice is tempering this. Above it, the light is coming out. And judgment. So yeah, they're going down, okay? It looks to be, if I'm reading the cards right, justice is finally going to be served. They're not going to be able to manipulate their way to avoid extradition. Okay? So on that note, I'll leave that here. And I'm just going to ask one more thing. How heavily involved is Baron and Don Jr. with the Tates? Okay. I'm just wondering if they've had business deals with them as well, getting money from this. Sharing. They're emotionally connected with it. Messages about actions. And agreements. They're emotionally sharing an agreement about the actions. So they want all the details, okay? Oh, creepy. Oh, I just got that shiver up the spine. Yeah, about the abuses of power, the abuses, sharing about that. Yeah, and the wealth, the desires, sharing on the desires of their abuses, okay? The fullness of it, okay? Just, yeah, they want all the juicy details, yeah. Ugh. So I'm just gonna leave that here. I don't want to, I've gone into Baron's energy before. Just, yeah, cold-hearted. And Don Jr., he's just, again, with him I get this sticky sludge. Ugh. Toxic sludge. Kind of like, what's the name of that place in LA? The tar pits? It's like that. That's what I'm seeing with Don Jr. The tar pits. Is that La Brea tar pits or something like that? I could be wrong in that name, but yeah, they have this tar pits in LA, and that's what it feels like. This black tar, toxic, that you go near him and it just like is going. Bleh. Anyway, on that note, I'll leave that here. That's enough of them. Woo.